Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to week number 7 of the WBE. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings, and we are here today taking on Fruit Berries and the Georgia Goomys. Check out my opponent's channel. Link will be in the description, of course. We're going to go full face cams. You guys can check out the merch. Pick it up. Helps keep the lights on around here. Of course, if you guys want to check out any of the other links in the description, as well as some of the other coaches for the WBE, my second gaming channel, my Patreon, my Twitch, where we stream 3 days a week, definitely feel free to do so. All those links are down there for your clicking pleasure. And yeah, we're looking to have a really solid matchup today. We've been having some connection issues, so this will be a match kind of performed on PokemonShowdown.com. So just as a heads up for that, we're going to do the team builder. If you guys are new, I do the team builder first, followed by the battle. So there'll be some text floating somewhere on the screen in post-production. If you guys are looking to just hop right on ahead of the battle, I always recommend you guys watch the team builder, so that way you guys know what my thought process is going into the matchup, what I'm concerned with, what I'm not concerned with. And really what overall I'm bringing, so that way you guys just don't look at the 6 and say, well, why did he bring those 6? Because there's some really interesting builds this week that I'm particularly a fan of. So always recommend those. And of course, like I said, make sure you guys check out my opponent's channel. If you guys are excited, show some love on the like button. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more. That's enough of the 90-second intro where I ask you to do a bunch of stuff. We're getting into the good stuff now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy. You guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Clefable, Magnezone, Haxorus, Alolan Marowak, Ditto, Golisopod, Vileplume, Zatu, Hitmontop, Malamar, and Rhydon. Some things to note about my opponent's team. He has 3 very reliable rockers in the form of Clefable, Marowak, and Rhydon. He's got a Spiker in the form of Golisopod. He has 2 forms of hazard removal with Rapid Spin, Hitmontop, or Defog Zatu. Zatu also gets Magic Bounce. Clerics on the team. Clefable gets Wish, Heal Bell, and Aromatherapy. Zatu can also Wish Pass. Vileplume can also gain access to Aromatherapy. Something that comes kind of as an advantageous position for us is that my opponent actually does not have any Pokemon that exceed base 100 speed. So that's gonna bode well for us and kind of dictate how we're going to play this match. If I had to anticipate 6 that my opponent is gonna bring, I definitely think the first 3 of the draft, Clefable, Magnezone, and Haxorus, is a very nice Fairy Steel Dragon Core if he does choose to bring that. I think Hitmontop could show up for some Intimidate support for Pokemon like Cloyster, for more Pico, for the Cloyster as well. Spin support is also really nice. I think Ditto could show up. Ditto's a very likely candidate. And then I think Rhydon could also show up just as some overall physical bulk, but that's going to be the 6 that I think he could bring. He could swap out Rhydon for Vileplume, could bring a Golisopod set, something like that if you want a little bit more offense. But those are going to be the 6 that I anticipate. And we're going to start going through our team. So the first Pokemon that we are bringing, we have Dedicated Lead, Focus Sash, Samantha the Gengar. She's got her Cursed Body ability with Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, and Thunderbolt. 92 EVs in HP, 4 in Defense, 252 in Special Attack, 4 in Special Defense, 156 in Speed with a Tip in Nature. We actually did need to run Timid in order to outspeed max speed Jolly Haxorus, but there's very little priority on his team. Very little priority on his team to where we can't lead off and go for a Nasty Plot right out the gate and then just start breaking holes at or like just blowing holes and picking up KOs. At +2, we're doing tremendous damage to Pokemon like Clefable, Magnezone, Haxorus, everything down the line. We have the coverage that we need just to poke holes. So that's going to be really what it is. Sludge Wave hits the Clefable, Shadow Ball hits the Magnezone, Sludge Wave hits the Haxorus, Shadow Ball hits Marowak. If for some reason he goes into Ditto and my Sash is not popped, we are able to counter it with a Shadow Ball of our own. Thunderbolt hits the Golisopod, Sludge Wave hits the Vileplume, Shadow Ball hits Zatu, Shadow Ball hits the Hitmontop, Shadow Ball hits the Malamar, and then Shadow Ball also hits the Rhydon. So it's very easily spammable this week. Like I said, Dedicated Lead, I don't think there's anything too crazy to say about that. The next Pokemon that we're bringing to also take advantage of those speed tiers that we have over my opponent is going to be Moose the Terrakion. He's my best bro. He's rocking the Life Orb with the Justified ability, Stealth Rock, Close Combat, Stone Edge, and Iron Head. 84 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in attack, 172 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature. Again, the 172 EVs in speed allow us to outpace Jolly Haxorus. Close Combat and Stone Edge really just go absolutely nutty against my opponent's team. Iron Head is there to help out with the Clefable if need be. And then Stealth Rock is also really nice. If there's a late game or if Zatu doesn't show up, being able to force a switch and go for a Stealth Rock just to get some recurring chip damage could be very, very nice. The next Pokemon I'm bringing on the team We've got Platinum the Skarmory. She's actually rocking her Shed Shell with the Sturdy ability. We have Roost, Whirlwind, Drill Peck, and Body Press. 244 EVs in HP, 220 in defense, 44 in special defense with an Impish nature. Bringing Shed Shell because of Magnezone. I feel like it's pretty straightforward, but I do like to explain that. Roost for the longevity, Whirlwind to help out against any sort of setup sweepers like Clefable, like Haxorus, like Malamar if Contrary Boosts are going off. If it's like Double Dance Rhydon, we can go for that. Drill Peck and Body Press really just help out a lot. We don't want to stay in on Magnezone. We do have an answer for Magnezone, but it's pretty nice just to be able to kind of click Drill Peck on a few Pokemon. Body Press does help out against things like the Rhydon if the Magnezone is locked into maybe like a Flash Cannon or something along those lines. If it's 1v1 a full health Skarmory versus Magnezone, you know, Body Press is going to be doing just a bit more damage to that, but it does help out with the Rhydon. Other than that, Drill Peck is pretty spammable against his team outside of those two. The 44 EVs in special defense are just kind of there to help us take a few more special hits with the 220 EVs in defense. Alongside the HP, we are actually 3-hit KO'd by +1 Adamant Haxorus close combat. So if Haxorus becomes a little bit of a problem, we can bring this thing in and just Whirlwind around it. The next Pokemon we have on the team, we have Slugger the Gastrodon. They are actually holding no item on purpose with the Storm Drain ability. He's got Ice Beam, Earth Power, Recover, and Toxic, 244 EVs in HP, 196 in defense, and 68 EVs in special attack with a bold nature. With this, we are actually 3-hit KO'd by Adamant Marowak Life Orb, Adamant Marowak Life Orb. If he throws the Life Orb at us, Adamant Marowak Earthquake. I apologize. I just got done eating dinner and got the message that he's ready, so I'm like, oh, let me get the team builder together. Alolan Marowak can really hurt our team quite a bit. It hits very, very hard, and we have to be careful to revenge kill it. So Gastrodon with no item. Poltergeist is the hardest way he can hit Gastrodon, and with no item, Poltergeist doesn't work. Now, if he brings Shadow Bone, that obviously is going to be a little bit more problematic. We don't take those as well. Let me pull up the count here against Marowak, Alola. So an Adamant Thick Club Earthquake is a 3-hit KO, and then like I said, if he goes for the Shadow Bone, that's actually a 2-hit KO on us, so that is something we need to keep in mind. I feel like because Poltergeist is new and a lot of people run items in leagues, I feel like, you know, running no item is going to be best. So if he bests me in that and brings Shadow Bone over Poltergeist, then, you know, so be it. But Ice Beam and Earth Power are really spammable against his team. Ice Beam, this also with our bulk also helps out against things like Rhydon and Haxorus as well. Ice Beam helps out against the Haxorus. Earth Power helps out against Magnezone. With a no hidden power grass, this does switch into Magnezone pretty freely. If he's got Mirror Coat on there, you know, that's really good sec. I got to credit him for that. Toxic is really nice to throw around on things like Marowak. Potentially Haxorus, Ditto if it copies us or anything like that. Being able to toss Ice Beams off against Zatu. Being able to toss Toxics off on Hitmontop and Malamar just to kind of wear those things down. And then, like I said, Recover just to stay in the game a little bit longer. Next Pokemon we're bringing on the team, we have Drook the Goodra. She's rocking her Assault Vest with the Sap Sipper ability. We have Acid Spray, Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, and Fire Blast. 252 EVs in HP, 196 EVs in special defense, 60 in special attack with a calm nature. We are 3-hit KO'd by Modest, Life Orb, Moonblast from Clefable, which is really, really nice because we can click Acid Spray and kind of rack up some damage on there. I don't think that Clefable will want to stay in against us after a Spadef drop or two. Draco Meteor is really nice to drop on Pokemon that are not ideally Clefable or Magnezone. Thunderbolt is nice against the Golisopod. Thunderbolt is also nice against the Zatu as well. Fire Blast helps out against the Magnezone. Fire Blast helps out against the Vileplume. It hits Golisopod for neutral damage as well. And ideally, after we get the resists out of the way, Acid Spray and a Draco Meteor, nothing really wants to take that. So that's really what we're there for. We help take those special hits from Zatu and Vileplume. As well as the Magnezone and the Clefable. Last Pokemon we're bringing on the team, we have Bunker the Cloyster. He's rocking his heavy duty boots with the Skill Link ability, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin, Icicle Spear, and Rock Blast. We have 132 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 124 in defense with an Adamant nature. Boots are really nice. He does have, like I said, some very reliable rockers, so we are able to come in on those rocks repeatedly. We can potentially rapid spin them away. Icicle Spear and Rock Blast, the combination of that dual stab is also very, very nice. We're able to outpace max speed Marowak, so we hit 106. So Clefable, if it has a little speed investment, we can take that on. If it's a max speed Clefable, we have to worry about that. We do not outspeed Magnezone. We don't do much to Magnezone, so that's why we don't outpace that Magnezone. But we outpace Golisopod, we outpace Vileplume. Defensive Zatu is a little bit faster than us, or uninvested Zatu, so we do need to keep mind about that. And we are out faster than max speed Rhydon as well. So like I said, Icicle Spear and Rock Blast really did well. Originally we had Teleport over Ice Shard, but unfortunately you can't run Teleport and Ice Shard in the same build. So what I ended up doing was putting Ice Shard on there just to help out again in case Haxorus gets out of control. Being able to have that Ice Shard chip damage on there, or even something like Zatu as well. Zatu being faster than us, going for like a Heat Wave or something like that could be a little bit unfortunate with our base 45 special defense. So being able to get some Ice Shard damage off on that, potentially picking up a KO could also be really nice. So that's going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm going to cut to where we connect on Pokemon Showdown, and I'll be right back. All right, we are here with the battle, and taking a look at my opponent's team, we actually had a drastically different team. We don't see Clefable, and we don't see Haxorus. So I am just going to lead off with our Gengar here. And we see that it's Air Balloon. So what I'm going to do here is I am just going to Nasty Plot in front of this thing. And we are going to hopefully do some business. We know Marowak. I actually don't know what Marowak would have. I assume Magnezone would have Shed Shell. Zatu having Magic Bounce. We know Ditto is going to have the Imposter. Vileplume having Effect Spore. Hitmontop and Alolan Marowak being the only two that I don't know what he would want to go for. So I still think that going for the Nasty Plot's going to be our best bet. It's going to provide us the best opportunity to just start poking holes on his team. I don't think anything. If Magnezone is not scarfed right now, then that's where we find ourselves to have a little bit of luck. If he Volt Switches out into Ditto, that becomes a little problematic. But again, the team looks overall really slow. Could be Trick Room on Zatu. Could very well be Trick Room on Zatu if you wanted to go for like a Trick Room with a Alolan Marowak or an offensive Hitmontop or something along those lines. But I definitely think that is possible. We didn't have the custom Showdown server that had that, so it had the timer. So we're gonna go ahead and go for that. Oh, cool. We got that. And I want to make note here that Magnezone does have the Air Balloon here. So here's a +2 Ditto in front of us. I do not like that at all. I am going to go right out, actually. Gastrodon needs to stay alive. I think Goodra is probably going to be our best bet. If I go out into my own... Yeah, if I go out into my Gastrodon right here, we'll be able to eat those hits. And then I can pretty freely drop a Draco on something right here. There's a Shadow Ball. That's going to be doing big damage. Nothing too crazy there. I could go right back out into our Gengar if I wanted to. But I really don't see a reason why I shouldn't just drop a Draco, to be completely honest. We're going to be able to take that Shadow Ball. We're taking that hit really, really well from the Gengar. So I've got no problems about that. We do want to keep the Goodra healthy just for this. So let's see how he wants to play that out there. We know the Magnezone has the what is it, Magnet Pull, and the, I would assume, Magnet Pull, and then we know it has the Air Balloon with a Volt Switch. So not choice is the big takeaway there. I assume Ditto is Scarf. That's how I'm gonna play it out. I feel like the way he brought that in pretty confidently, I feel like that's going to be the likely Scarf candidate there. And we've got Pokemon, so Goodra and Gastrodon can help out with the Ditto there. I don't think dropping a Draco is the worst idea in the world. Keeping Goodra healthy to help take on this is probably going to be our best bets. We do need to make sure. If I bring Gengar back in again, I don't think I'll go for that Nasty Plot anymore. Alternatively, going for Shadow Ball probably would have been a really good play there, but since we were faster, obviously, he wouldn't have been able to know that. So as I went for the Nasty Plot, him going out into the +2 Ditto ended up working out great. Again, like I said, I don't see much of a reason for us to not just drop a Draco right here. We've got the Sap Sipper if the Vileplume wants to come in, and we can just kind of Acid Spray. So we can Acid Spray that. We can Fire Blast the Magnezone. We can switch into Gastrodon on the Magnezone as well. Because it has Air Balloon, it very well might be Earth Power. I was thinking Earth Power on that. Here comes that. We do see the Intimidate on the Hitmontop. We drop a Draco. That is doing about half, which is really, really nice. And we see that has Leftovers as well. So Intimidate, Leftovers. Skarmory's a great switch in right here. I don't see a reason not to do that. if he like doubles into Magnezone right here, we've got a really just great opportunity to go out into Gastrodon. So I don't see that being too problematic. I also don't know what he'd want to do against Gastrodon, really, unless it's like the like Iron Body or Iron Defense Body Press type of set that's running around in OU. Definitely could be. It definitely could be. But I think altogether, the double could be a really good play. I mean, he could go for a close combat here. He could go for a triple axle. Triple axle is probably a really solid way to hit me as well. Let's see what he wants to end up doing here. As he goes for the earthquake. Okay, no trouble there. Now, I don't think he'd want to stay in on this. I think body pressing for damage on the Magnezone is probably going to be pretty good, especially since we have our Shed Shell. Yeah, there we go. All right, and we got that balloon pop too, so I'm going right out into Gastrodon on this thing since I've got the Shed Shell. And we know that the Hitmontop has Earthquake. So we still have a full health Skarmory to help out in case anything gets out of control. In a weird scenario, I could be faster than this Magnezone. In a very, very weird scenario, I could be faster than this Magnezone, so body pressing was our best play there. And because I'm playing on Showdown, I need to remember not to be psycho about clicking my move and unclicking my move like I do when I'm on the ladder. So let's make sure we got that. And I want to make sure I keep the track of the score right here. It'll be on the screen, of course, in post-production, but I always like to keep a little notepad here on how we want to play this out. So Gastrodon's going to be fine to switch in on this thing. Its own body press could go off. If he predicts me to be Shed Shell, you know, something like Toxic could be pretty nice. But I don't see any universe where I don't think he wouldn't attack me just straight up, like just click Thunderbolt, you know? Let's see. Oh, Sunny Day. Does this get Solar Beam? Hold on. Does Magnezone? What is it going for? Weather Ball? Oh, setting up for Chlorophyll Vileplume. Oh, I understand now. I've got the Sap Sipper Goodra, though, with the Assault Vest. I don't think that's too crazy. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I like that. I'm just going to click Earth Power here. Earth Power will knock it out from where it's at. Sunny Day for the Chlorophyll, is Chlorophyll, that's the one that gets, yeah. Oh my God. I don't think I would have saw that coming. As he goes out into Zatu on that, that's fine. That's fine. We are slower than this thing. I'm just going to click Ice Beam here as he U-turns out. Okay. Burning his own turns to Sun. Wow. The Chlorophyll Vileplume, I'm really about to see it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Or he set up the Sun for Marowak, too, to come in and click Flare Blitz. That could also be a really real thing. Because Flare Blitz in the Sun is a 2-hit KO. That would not be fun. That would not be fun at all. I'm at 90% right now after that U-turn. Ice Beam is going to get me chip damage on anything that comes in. So if it is the Vileplume, that'll be some really nice damage. Wow, that's really, I like that quite a bit, actually. Good thing we've got Ice Shard on Cloyster here. And does Vileplume get Weather Ball as well? Because I'm trying to figure out how it does not get Weather Ball. It does not get like a good move to hit Skarmory. So Skarmory might be able to help out with that as well. Let's just kind of see. Let's just kind of play by ear. I'm talking myself into a tizzy here, thinking like, oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be Chlorophyll Vileplume, or it's gonna be like Banded Alolan Marowak in the Sun, or something like SD Marowak in the Sun, or something like that. So let's just Ice Beam. Let's just see where that takes us. As he goes out into Alolan Marowak. Okay. Again, you know, we have pretty good. Earth Power is doing 90 to 100 to this thing. I've got no problem clicking Earth Power right here. If he's got like Flare Blitz in the Sun is gonna hurt from Adamant Thick Club Marowak. That's gonna hurt, but we still have the Earth Power here. So I've got no reason not to just click that. We know Magnezone's slow and the balloon is popped, so we're not looking too bad here. We still have a full health Skarmory to kind of help out with anything. I don't see how. I truthfully just don't see why we just don't click Earth Power here. If he's got the Shadow Bone, again, Shadow Bone doing 51 to 61. I discussed that in the team builder. I would assume So our Gastrodon doesn't have an item, ideally to just kind of take on the poltergeisting Marowak that's going to happen right now. But let's just see what happens, you know? I'm really curious. I think Earth Power is a fine play. If it starts like flame charging or doing some weird stuff, then like flame charge Shookaberry, you know. First off, the nerfs his attack because then he doesn't have the Thick Club, but we also still have the Skarmory that's faster. We have the Cloyster that, oh, after the flame charge, it wouldn't be faster, but we still have the Cloyster. I keep saying the Cloyster. We've got the Terrakion that's faster. We've got Skarmory that can hopefully pick it off with the Drill Peck or just Whirlwind it out at that point. So let's see where he wants to take this. I'm very curious. There may be some cutting in post-production. We don't have the timer on Showdown, so we couldn't get the, we didn't hop on the Showdown. There's a Flare Blitz. Okay, 59%. Yeah, that's Adamant Thick Club, and Gastrodon's going to take it out. All right, Gastrodon KOs Marowak. Okay, cool. So that's not looking too bad for us. That was looking like Rockhead Thick Club. 100%. So that's good to know. We've got that thing taken out. All right. Vileplume could very, very easily come in here if it is the if it is that set, if it is like a sunny day set. So I do just want to see. I kind of like keeping Gastrodon. Now the Marowak's gone, Gastrodon really isn't doing all too much, so I may stay in and just Ice Beam that. If he goes for like a growth or something. But that was Air Balloon, so he's only got one more turn of Sun left anyways. So he could just go for the special attack. Okay, here's Zatu. I'm just gonna click recover. I'm gonna make sure Gastrodon stays in the game a little bit longer. It'll help out with the Magnezone. It'll help out with the Ditto eventually, with whatever that Ditto ends up copying himself into. I don't see, like, just based off of Gastrodon's natural bulk, I just don't see how those. Oh, he got the Air Slash. Okay, it does knock me out. Never mind. Okay. Okay. No problem there. So, Air Slash. Shadow Ball's pretty free from the Gengar right there, unless it's like Scarf Zatu. I kind of want to play around that. Let's go into Terrakion here. I think Stone Edge is just my best bet. Let's see what happens here. Zatu KOs Gastrodon. Okay. I mean, that's no trouble. We still have the... we've got a lot of Pokemon that outspeed Magnezone. We've got some good damage on it. He actually goes out into Magnezone right here, which is really, really interesting. So Terrakion's going to KO Magnezone. All right, so he can go for close combat. He can go for Stone Edge. He can go for Iron Head here. Skarmory is still my best bet here. Skarmory is still my best bet here. Especially because I can just Drill Peck or double back out into like Terrakion after this. There's Stone Edge. Okay, so Skarmory probably go out into yeah, I'm gonna go back out into Terrakion here. I just don't see what he wants to go out into that handles this thing pretty nicely, you know? Well, oh no, I already clicked Terrakion. Nope, I gotta stick with what I got. Because I was thinking like we could just stay in and just Drill Peck something. I mean, Hitmontop doesn't want to take it. Chip damage on Zatu is really nice, and then Vileplume doesn't want to take it either. So I'm just curious what he wants to switch in on this thing now. So let's just we're playing by, I'm playing under Wi-Fi mentality. We're sticking with the Terrakion play. And even so, we take I feel like we take that. Yeah, he goes out into his own Zatu as we go back out into Terrakion here. So I've got no reason. He switched out last time into this. So I'm curious if I can get rocks up in front of this thing. I could also close combats. How do I want to play this? I like Stealth Rocks. He'll probably go out into Hitmontop. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks here. Could be a misplay because this thing has Magic Bounce. I just don't feel like he stays in against this. I feel like he goes into Vileplume. I feel like he goes out into his intimidating Hitmontop to potentially take a hit. If it's Scarf Zatu, he clicks Psychic right now, and that does some big boy damage, and then he puts rocks up on my side of the field. So That's where we have a little bit of a problem in our situation here. But let's just kind of see. Like I said, he went a size shock. Oh, no. That's not good for us. That is not good for us. Okay, so it is Scarf Zatu. All right, we've seen Air Slash, Size Shock, U-Turn. Now, I am curious what Cloyster is taking from, like, a max special attack Size Shock. Hopefully nothing too crazy, but, you know, you never know. Let's just say, like, modest Size Shock. 26 to 31. I'm going to go on to Cloyster, and I'm going to click Rapid Spin here. I'm going to get away those rocks now so Terrakion can come in and pick up 2 more KOs. Because, wow, that was not really how I expected that turn to go at all. So, Choice Scarf Zatu is really, really a nice bring on his part. I do like that. There's the speed control alongside probably Choice Scarf Ditto. So, the double Scarfers. And then Violet Plume may not have effect for it. So, there's that. It's going to do 30% to us. So, yeah, that is... yeah, that is 100% Scarf Modest. That is 100% Scarf Modest. So I'm just going to Rapid Spin these away as he goes out into a Hitmontop to get that Intimidate off. I still have the Skarmory here. That's fine. Skarmory is a no drawback play right here. I'm just going to go into that as he goes for maybe like a close combat or something. Okay, so we know what we're playing with here. We've got Modest, Zatu. Magnezone's also gone. I got to make note of that here on my little doc. We got to keep track of like all the stats and everything there. So it's really, I guess I truly just didn't anticipate a Scarf Modest Zatu. So good thing we've got those boots. We got the rocks away. So he doesn't have any other rockers unless he can like copy my Terrakion again. Going right out into Skarmory is going to be our best play here as he goes for the Mach Punch. No trouble there. I do want to just go for a... that's Modest. That's going to outspeed this. I do want to go for a... Let's just go for a Roost. Let's just go for a Roost. If Zatu comes out, it has what? Heat Wave? And Goodra's still pretty healthy to take on that Zatu as well. So let's just play this. Let's go for a Roost. Let's keep Skarmory in the game a little bit longer. We've seen Mach Punch as well on the Hitmontop. So Skarmory against Modest Zatu. Oh, wow. Modest. Oh, that's level 100. I was about to say. Modest Heat Wave from full. We can actually take one and go for a Drill Peck for some nice damage. And then taking a look here, Cloyster actually, Ice Shard does 36 to 43 as he goes on to Vileplume, which is a really interesting turn of events here. So I've got no problem clicking Drill Peck right here for some damage. I don't know what Vileplume does to me. Yeah, especially since we 2-hit KO'd. Oh, he's got the Sleep Powder. Okay. That's what he does. That's what he does. Okay. I'm going to try to burn a turn of sleep here. Strength Sap. Okay. I'm going to try to burn one more turn of sleep. If you just have grass moves, my Sap Sipper Goodra looks really nice to come in and drop another Draco Meteor. I'll just try to burn one more turn. If he goes out into his Scarf Zatu, we'll be able to get a little bit of damage off on that. Like I said, Psyshock's really nice because Psyshock hits the Goodra just that much harder. Let me see what Goodra... Zatu... Modest with Psyshock. 41 to 48 is the Goodra, so we can actually take one and do some big boy damage. So actually goes out into my own Skarmory, so we're gonna be able to break the sturdy on that thing. And then I have no trouble just getting like chip damage off on you. I don't see an issue with that. I'll go for the body press here. If he wants to see my full roster. Did you just whirlwind me out? You did. Okay, who'd you whirlwind me out to? Oh, no. You did not want to do that. I am clicking a move right here, and something is going down. Something is going down right here. If you give me this Ditto, that That might not be a good idea. Let's see. Let's just see. We've got everything weakened out except for the Zatu, and Zatu's going to have to like take on the entirety of my team. So whirlwinding into Gengar actually turned out to be a pretty solid turn of events. I was worried if he tried to start attacking us with Ditto, like if we got into the locked in scenario, but with the Imposter, he's only got 5 moves each. So something's about to take a max attack Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball in hindsight would have been a better play, but I don't think he'd risk the Zatu anyways. And I think once Vileplume comes in, we can do some big boy damage there with that. Or just go out into our Goodra again. Because as of right now, yeah, Thunderbolt does 15 to 18. Vileplume's at 100 right now. So Shadow Balling might have been a better play there because I figured if he stayed in and tried to risk that, you know, Thunderbolt might not be too bad. So Vileplume and then into Goodra we can go to get that Sap Sipper boost. There's a Vileplume. Okay. No big deal. And then we do see that it is Black Sludge on the Vileplume as well. We've seen Sleep Powder. We've seen Strength Sap. Let's just go right out into Sap Sipper Goodra here. Take a hit or two and kind of go from there. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, Shadow Balling. Sludge Wave would have been cool too, but I just don't know if I would have, like, if he would have stayed in with that. So let's just see what he's got cooking. Let's just see what he's got cooking. There's Giga Drain. Okay, cool. So we can drop... I think I want to go for a Fire Blast, truthfully. I think that's going to be better. We've seen 3 grass moves here. If I'm not mistaken, like, even if he has Moonblast, it's not going to do too much. And Fire Blast, yeah, Fire Blast is some big boy damage. Let's go on ahead and go for that. Let's go on ahead and go for that right here. And I actually want to see if we can take, if he goes into his own. We actually take that. So if we KO, like Hitmontop on the switch and he goes out into Ditto, we actually take our own Draco Meteor. And we can turn around and Draco that in return, which will be really nice. So Fire Blast is our best play right here. Fire Blast is doing, this actually may do a sizable amount of damage to Hitmontop there, 33. So he's going to get a little bit more recovery there. I always have Skarmory as a switch into this thing. He's got Protect as well. Okay, so we've seen Leftover, Earthquake, Mach Punch, Protect. Drill Peck's going to be my play here, 100%. He goes for the Protect, get a little bit more recovery. That's fine. Again, I've got no reason not to just click Drill Peck. It's going to be best to hit this thing. I actually think it takes that. 2-hit KOs Vileplume. It should probably take out the Hitmontop as well, depending on the spread. Oh, it goes out into his own Ditto. Okay. So we'll go on ahead and Drill Peck that. Now, he could just Roost. I'm just going to Body Press this thing. He does Roost, so he's actually not Scarf Ditto. Interesting. Again, I'm just gonna, so he goes for his own Drill Peck. I'm just gonna Body Press this thing again. Interesting. Now, I'm gonna Roost here. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You're just gonna Drill Peck me? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. If I go for a Body Press here, does that put you in range to want to click Roost? I think it does. Do I go Gengar here? I'm gonna go Gengar here on the Roost. There we go. Okay, cool. He actually doesn't even get back up to full, which is nice. So what I can do is just click Thunderbolt right here. I can force that thing out again. Oh! All right, Ditto KOs. Ditto KOs Gengar. Okay. So now what we can do, so we knew our Skarmory was faster than this thing, or maybe it was a speed tie. So our Skarmory was at what? Our Skarmory was at 90, so Cloyster should be able to come in actually and click Icicle Spear here. think that's going to be our best bet. We've got this thing pretty low. Hitmontop, I don't think wants to. It could. It very well could. Let's see what he wants to do here to react to this. Our Skarmory is still full health at 80%. Okay, so we need to keep things healthy for that Scarf Zatu. Scarf Zatu can still come around. We did get a little. We actually have no damage off on that thing, so not rocking in front of the Zatu would have been the great play that probably wrapped this up here. So let's just keep on doing what we're doing here. If he's got the Heat Wave, actually, do we live? What's Cloyster doing here? Let me just make sure I've got all my calcs closed here. So we still have this. Cloyster against that. We're in range of Heat Wave. What about Air Slash? Air Slash actually knocks us out from this range. So if Zatu does come in, we need to get some Ice Shard damage off. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. I think the Hitmontop would more than likely come in at this point. Yeah, Hitmontop's going to come in. He's going to get the... Oh, we're actually going to pick up the KO there. Awesome. So Cloyster KO's Hitmontop. I think if Zatu comes in, I think I need to sack Terrakion. Let me think about this. I'm -1 right now. We know he's max special attack modest. Skarmory can more than likely live an Air Slash if that's what he wants to go for. Air Slash is 21 to 24 to Skarmory. Let's click. Oh my god. Yeah, let's click Ice Shard here. Let's get Ice Shard damage off. We can get a crit. It's not Hex if you call it. Oh, he's got Giga Drain on there. Okay. So here's the good news. Here's the good news and the bad news. Here's the good news and the bad news. We have a Sap Sipper AV Goodra here, which I can now click. I think I just click Fire Blast on the Vileplume wanting to come in. I think I just do that. So he actually does not have a really nice way to hit Skarmory. So Air Slash, Psyshock, U-Turn, and Giga Drain. Zatu KO's Cloyster. So keeping so no Heat Wave. No Heat Wave means the Goodra helps out a little bit. Or that Skarmory helps out a little bit. But we do need to kind of play this. How do I want to say? We do need to play this kind of carefully, because here comes the Vileplume. We're going to be able to Fire Blast that. That's going to be doing about 46%. We do snag a burn, which is nice as well, because that's going to mitigate that other damage. We've seen Sleep Powder, Strength Sap, and Giga Drain. Do I just Acid Spray into Fire Blast again, or what do I do here? Or do I get Skarmory try to get to full? Because what would he go for here? Moonblast? Doesn't have a way to hit Skarmory. I need to keep Skarmory healthy. I'm going to go for another Fire Blast here. We've already determined, so Ditto's not Scarf. Ditto could be like Quick Claw or something. Ditto could definitely be like Quick Claw. We haven't seen it activate. I don't know what else it would be, but let's just see. Let's just see what ends up happening here. Fire Blast could also be a roll. We could pick up the KO on Vileplume right here. But it would need like Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's not doing anything to me. We know that if he locks himself into whatever he locks himself into, it's got to be able to pick off Skarmory. We missed the Fire Blast, which is a little unfortunate. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's not doing too much here. I am just going to go for the... I think I need to keep this healthy, don't I? Let me check Skarmory. Or Zatu, rather. We've seen Psyshock. Psyshock does 41 to 48. We're still out of range of that. I gotta go out into Skarmory right here. I gotta go out into Skarmory and click Drill Peck. I need to keep this thing healthy because right now we still take 1 Scarf Psyshock and we do tremendous damage back with Thunderbolt. Oh, he's at 91, so let's go Skarmory here. Here's a Sludge Bomb. Drill Peck should be able to knock this thing out based off of prior damage. So let's see. And I think Skarmory's still out of range as well. Oh, we do not. Oh, and he gets the effect spore and he goes for the Strength Sap. Okay. Okay, so little problematic. Little problematic here. Effect Spore is unfortunate. Effect Spore is unfortunate. I could just Roost here for the longevity. I think Roosting is fine. Yeah, Sludge Bomb's... Yeah, he's not going to do anything to us. So I think what I do here is I think I just Drill Peck again in case he goes out in a Ditto or something to try to get the health back and Roost. He's going to keep clicking Sludge Bomb. That's fine. He does not want to let in my... he does not want to let in my Goodra here. What I can do is go Goodra on the Strength Sap right now. Let's go for that. And if he goes for, you know, another Sludge Bomb right here, that's fine. As he goes out into Zatu. Okay. So this is not bad for us because I get to just click Thunderbolt right here. He could U-turn out into his own Ditto, quite frankly. Again, we still take that Draco Meteor from his own Ditto. But I think just clicking Thunderbolt right here is a fine play. Psyshock's doing 41 to 48 to us. Psyshock's doing 64 to 76. And then if he goes for Psyshock, we can actually switch in potentially Skarmory. This is going to be a little bit more of a hectic match than I anticipated. I like it, don't get me wrong. But I did not think Scarf Zatu was going to be my downfall here. Here's a Psyshock doing 42. Thunderbolt's going to be doing 77. He could Psyshock me again. I think keeping... He's gonna knock me out here, and then I go out into Skarmory. Let's go out into Skarmory right here. Let's go out into that. Because he's got no reason not to just click Psyshock again. There it is. So he could go out into... I think we win with Drill Peck. Alright, so we knock out the Vileplume. Cool. We're going to be slower than his Ditto, so if he goes for Roost or something, we can also go out into Terrakion and click Close Combat. There's the Ditto. So let me see what we're... I feel like Body Pressing might just be the best turn of events here. Let's go for that. Let's go for the Body Press. Skarmory still helps out with Zatu. Skarm KO's Vileplume. I think Body Press is going to be our best bet if he roosts here. And I'm going to hope that we do not get fully paralyzed. But let's find out. Let's find out together. Because he could whittle me down for Zatu. Very well could. Because he goes for the roost. So Body Press is going to do some big damage. And we do 44. Okay. So he can go for another roost here. Maybe. I'm going to go on a Terrakion here if he roosts again. There it is. All right, cool. So I think we pick up a KO with Close Combat right here. And it's going to depend on what his Zatu locks himself into. I think we have this game. Let's find out. Let's find out together, shall we? I feel like we should do 59% to a Zatu. Or to a Ditto with Ditto's. A Ditto with Skarmory stats. Let's see what we got going here. I'm foreshadowing this event where he actually sacks Zatu, brings Ditto back in as Terrakion, and then does some, well, then it'd have to be a speed tie. He'd have to win a speed tie, and then Skarmory would have to do things, and, you know. So he still has an out right here. If he sacks Ditto, I think we win, depending on what Zatu locks itself into. But I think if he sacks Zatu right here, he still has an out by mimicking my Terrakion. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, I'm nervous. This is a really close game. This has been a really close game the whole time. I dig it. I dig it. But I think close combating, it's going to come down to... I wish the effect spore on Skarmory was pretty big. That might come into play. But let's see. I'm going to hope that he goes... he sacks Ditto here. Oh, we actually... Okay, so Ditto KO's Terrakion. But I think Goodra comes in and cleans up now. Let's find out together. Let's go on to Goodra. Let's click Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure Goodra's faster than Skarmory. I don't have much speed on Skarmory, and I don't have much speed on Goodra, but Goodra is naturally faster. So let's see where this goes. Let us see where this goes. The rolls are incredible tonight, let me tell you. What was this? This was Goodra. Okay, so Skarmory against Zatu. We know he's got Psy Shock, Air Slash, and Giga Drain. And Skarmory is sitting at 69%. So I think once we KO Ditto, we go out into Skarmory. Again, alternatively, he could very well go out into his Zatu, and I could lose this. So we are not out of the woods by any means. Not out of the woods by any means. With all the time on my hands, I'm just thinking about what could potentially happen here. I'm going to attack what's in front of me and not play around the game of, you know, let's play and see what happens here. So let's see. If I would have got rocks up though instead of attacking, that would have been pretty fire. that would have been another alternative good play there. But I didn't want to have to deal with the rocks again after I clicked rocks in front of Zatu. So I just didn't think he'd stay in, but Scarf made a little bit more sense. And Psy Shot gives it a little bit more damage here against Goodra. So let's see. He actually does. Okay, so this is my downfall right here. This is my downfall right here. I think I go Skarmory on the Draco Meteor. I either win a speed tie right here. Or I try to make it so his moves can't hit me. Like if I go Goodra on the Draco, that's doing 30 to 36. Ugh. I think I just pray that I win a speed tie right here, don't I? Is that what I do? Is that what I do here? I think I do. I think it comes down to a speed tie. Come on, Goodra. Come on, Goodra. I need you to win this speed tie for me, please. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Need you to win a speed tie right here. Come on, Goodra. Come on, Goodra. No. Okay, so we don't win a speed tie. Ditto, so Goodra KO'd Zatu. Ditto KO's Goodra. So we need to connect literally one move with Skarmory here. We need to legitimately connect one move with Skarmory here. A -2 Fire Blast does not kill us from this range, nor does a Thunderbolt. I could also Roost, but we legitimately need to click one move to win this. We legitimately need to connect one Drill Peck. Please, please, Skarmory. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. I am begging you. I am begging you. I am begging you. Please, just connect this Drill Peck. We live a -2 Fire Blast. We live a -2 Thunderbolt. Please, please, please. I need 1 Drill Peck. Oh my God. Skarmory, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am foaming at the mouth right now. That was an incredible match. GG to Fruit Berries. Oh my God. The Detroit Stillings are going to pick up a 1-0 victory over the Georgia Goomys. This was an incredibly stressful match. You know, it was great team prep by Fruit Berries. I cannot be mad at how close that was. That was an incredible match. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have enjoyed it, show some love on that like button down below. Don't forget to go show my opponents some love as well. Link to their channel will be in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe so you do not miss out next week's battle as well. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.